I want to talk today about the law of identity. And what that is how we see ourselves in the world. It's a very simple way of describing it, but it most often includes our profession or aspects of our lives that we really claim. So someone would say to you, who are you? Tell me about yourself. And you'd say, oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, I'm a computer programmer, whatever whatever it is, right? I'm a mother. But then there's also so many innumerable thoughts and beliefs about ourselves in the world. And many of those were developed when we were children. Maybe we had a really strict math teacher who was, convinced you that you just weren't smart enough to do math. Or in PE class, you tripped or you didn't kick the ball well and you thought, oh, I'm just klutzy. And we carry those. I've known people in their 80s who have carried I'm klutzy their whole life. So we have the ability to connect with the universe at every moment. And part of the human journey is to evolve our identity. So instead of limiting, even the things that are what we would call positive, like maybe you were really good at sports, even those attributes can limit what we choose in life. So if I'm really good at sports, I'm probably going to focus my life on sports and maybe eliminate something that I might actually really be interested in, but I'm not so good at it. Or, again, with the same negative things, I might think of myself as a klutz my entire life and not pursue any physical activities because I know I'm just can't do that. So we know that we are co-creators with the universe, that we hold our visions. We have these visions of what it is that we would like to be. We're manifesting a new us in the world. We are here in a physical body to express God to make God's beauty bigger and bigger. So our identity is how we communicate with the divine. What we think about ourselves is what we're telling the universe, this is the experience that I expect. And the universe gives it back to us, mirrors back to us what it is that we are asking for. So when we run with our lives in these limited patterns of who we are, we're limiting our experience, and we're limiting the light that we can shine in the world. My longtime mentor and friend, Mary Morrissey, says you can't get to your vision. You have to come from it. And how I interpret that is that when I have a vision, when I have this plan of what it is that I would love to bring into the world, that I would love for my life, the house of my dreams, the relationship of my dreams, the job of my dreams, the vacation or the expression, whatever it is that I'm desiring, where there's that urge inside me to create this in my life. I need to take that vision and not just read it every morning. I need to put it on. And what that means is the feeling life of it. To really imagine what it feels like to be that person. Because the belief is that, that is already created. That person already exists in the spiritual world. And we're asking the universe for the physical to respond to what is being created in the spiritual world. So I have this vision, but I put it on with feeling, with energy behind it. When I start to really imagine what it is to be in a committed romantic relationship where I'm cared for and supported, and what does that feel like? How am I different in the day because of that experience? If I'm a successful businesswoman, how does that equate in the world? What do I feel like? How do I walk into a room of my colleagues or my employees? really putting on that emotion. And then what that does is it lets our, our comfort zone grow. Like it makes it a little easier because we've already experienced it. It's not a completely foreign thing. We can change that identity and begin to identify as that person who's in love or that person who is a successful businesswoman. One of the things too that I think is kind of a notification that we are in an identity, we're having an identity crisis, and that is confusion. I think overwhelm and confusion are really signs of the fact that we are identifying ourselves as not capable of something. So again, we have the universe at our disposal. All the knowledge, all of the ways things can meld together is available to us. And the universe is just mirroring back what we've been asking for. This image, this identity that we've been carrying maybe doesn't deserve that. Like that's what we're thinking. That's the identity we're carrying. Oh, I could never live in that life. So a way to overcome that is to continue to deepen those feelings of being that person. And what happens is that you can let go of the confusion. If I think of myself as someone who can't do math, or for me, actually, it was computers recently. Like I started this coaching business and I just got slammed with the computer savviness. Like I was a Waldorf teacher, which is no computers at all. So I can write things really well, but doing all this computer interface, I got into this overwhelm and confusion. I would start looking at something and I just would tune out. And that, that's my identity. My identity was that I couldn't do computers. So we are meant to live this life and evolve in it. We're not meant to be the children we were in third grade that couldn't do math or that couldn't kick the ball. We're meant to develop. So if you're finding confusion in an area, like I was with computers, I invited that divine. I'm like, I have the divine, I have the all creative power at my disposal. And so I asked. And I've come to this place of knowing that I am capable. I may not know this program that I'm doing. I may not know how to do it, but I'm capable. And I can stop tuning out when things seem too big in that area for me. I have been working on my retreat this summer for this thing called You, and Ernest Holmes in it talks about the law of identity. And what he says is, if you wish to be successful, you must identify yourself with success. The law of identity is a definite thing. That which you mentally identify with yourself with sets up an image of thought in your consciousness, which tends to attract the situations with which you are mentally identified. So I'm going to bring into my life the things that I'm mentally identifying with. This process goes on beneath the threshold of the conscious mind. It continually attracts and repels. So we are always, we have this historic beliefs about ourselves, not just, from our childhood, but even the whole society of what someone's capable of. Not that long ago, it was women. Women couldn't do things, or if you had the wrong skin color, you weren't capable of that. And we carried these beliefs, which are so not true. So I invite you this week to get in touch with those things that you are identifying with, to start to put in perspective the fact that you have the divine creative experience, the essence of the universe, all of the wisdom of the universe to move through you, to move into your life. So if you're finding yourself limiting your life based on your law of identity, based on your identity as someone who doesn't do computers, or someone who is overweight, or someone who is too old, whatever you're having that identity, it is not the truth. The truth is that the power and presence that created this universe is moving in your life, and you are capable of anything that you desire, anything that you're willing to work for and set your mind to. So our thoughts create a vibration in the universe, and that is mirrored back to us in our physical life. So I enjoy this week, and imagine what it is that you desire and be open to evolving your identity. Blessings.